I left my soul on state road, yo, we are not the same.
Hey yo, welcome to the State Road Show. So today I want to talk about 3 of the dumbest incidents that I've seen happen while locked up. But before I do that, if you enjoy the content I'm pushing out, please hit the subscribe button. Also, channel memberships are up. You see something you would enjoy the family. Now let's ride on this. Now there's one place I was at, the yard was flanked by prison blocks. Right, so in between these 2 prison blocks, you would have the yard. It was a pretty big yard. Now, all kind of shit would happen on this yard because there was no supervision. You know, people were getting rolled on, banged out, ODing, people dealing, smoking weed, everything you can imagine on a wild prison yard. Now, the only kind of supervision that would happen was every 20 minutes you see a car ride around the whole compound. Excuse me. So, chances of you catching people in action is pretty slim. So we're out there one day and these 2 dudes get into an argument, a heated ass argument, right? So one dude takes his shirt off like he wants to fight, and the other dude, he goes over to where one of the cell blocks is, and he steps up on this brick, that's edging the bottom of the window. So he steps up and he gets something from the window, and he comes back towards the dude, and the dude sees it's a knife. So he's running, the dude's chasing him around the yard with a knife. Somebody trips the dude that's running from the dude. So the guy gets to him, starts banging him out, hitting him in his back, hitting him in his side, trying to hit him in his head, everything like that. So, you never know when these cars are going to pop up, and you don't want to get caught in the act of stabbing somebody. So I guess he did what he wanted to do, and he runs back over to the window, and he passes the knife back through the window. Now, whoever was holding the knife, I don't know if it was one of his boys, just a crash test dummy that was just holding shit for people, just in case something happened on the yard or whatever. Because before we went out to yard, the cops would go out with metal detectors. You know what I mean? To see if there was any knives buried in the ground and shit like that. So dude does come around, sees dude laid out. Now everybody separated themselves from this dude. Me and my boys we were standing on the side wall. We just watched this shit happen. Now everybody's away from the guy. So they called a code, and a bunch of cops come out of the door that we came out of. Yard terminated, yard terminated. So they run to this dude's aid. Well, he wound up having to get life flighted out of there. He got banged out bad enough. So what people don't know is, because so much shit was going on and the cops had no idea, at some point there was a camera installed that nobody seen. So they seen this dude hitting this dude in the yard, pause. They seen, everything that happened, this and that. So they also seen where he got it from. Now, on the outside of these cells, on the walls, are numbers of what cell it is and what block and this and that. So dude got banged out and everything. We go back to the house. We go back to the housing unit, and we're down for count. They come in and blitz the dude who banged the dude out, took him out in handcuffs, hands through the tray slot, everything like that, took him off, packed his shit, and he rolled out. They also went to the dude who passed off the knife. He got caught with the knife and got charged with, I think it was conspiracy for attempted murder or something like that, and possession of a knife, this and that. He wound up getting a lot of time from what I hear. I don't know how much time he got. I didn't see the dude. I didn't talk to the dude. But he wound up getting a lot of time behind that. So you got 2 dudes that got jammed up for one knife in one incident. You don't have to be a part of it. You don't have to do it, you just have to be a part of it. Now, number 2, I want to talk about this dude who didn't seem all there. So he comes out of the phone room one day, and if you're ever locked up in the House of Corrections, there's a CO McCurry. He always works F1, and he thinks he's the toughest student going. You know what I'm saying? He's just the toughest dude around. Like he's one of the type of guards that wants to prove he's just as gangster as the fucking inmates, and you know, he's always making threats to people, offering to fight people. A couple times he did fight people, but anyway, dude comes out of the phone room. He winds up having words with McCurry. So McCurry does his McCurry thing and like, y'all get the fuck out of here, I'll fuck you up, this and that. So dude does an about face and goes back to his cell. A couple minutes go by. So we're watching to see what the fuck's happening. We're watching the inmate because we know like maybe he'll do something. You know, you're bored. So anyway, he goes out of his cell. He comes up. He starts walking towards McCurry. McCurry's standing there. Didn't I tell you? And as soon as he said like, didn't I tell you? The dude comes out and he hits him with a number 2 pencil. He hits him right in his chest. Now, a lot of these guards got flak jackets on, just in case they get banged out. The pencil breaks in half. The dude sees it break in half. He turns around and tries running away. McCurry grabs him by his back of his shirt collar, pulls him back. Now these two are fighting. It's not much of a fight. McCurry fucked him up, had him up against the gate, and then all the other guards after the code came. Destroyed this dude. Totally destroyed this dude. Like, if you were going to do that to a cop, number one, you know you're going to get a shitload of time and fucking damn near killed. You should have did it with something a little better than a number 2 pencil, no? Crazy shit. So he wound up getting charged up with whatever and trashed. Probably trashed him all the way to medical. Yeah, a number 2 pencil. Yeah. Number 3 is, we used to, I'm not going to say we. I did it with dudes that, like, I knew, and it was just, we were fucking around with them or whatever, just telling them, yo, man, they called you for discharge. So these dudes tell this dude who, you could tell, never been locked up before. You know, he just didn't look like he belonged there. He was a new guy on the block. So they go up to him and say, yo, man, they just called your name for discharge. Oh, yeah, for real? Oh, yeah, bet. So without going up to the guards, he starts packing his shit. Starts packing all his county shit, the bed, the blankets, the towels, the rags, everything they give you that they want back. You know, because they recycle all this shit. So he winds up taking her and giving commissary away to people. Oh, man, you be cool, you be cool. So he goes up to the front and says, you called my name for discharge? Cops are like, oh. Nah, man, they told me you called my name for discharge. They're fucking with you. Nah, man, bullshit. I'm waiting for my girl to pay my bail. Like, this gotta be my bail. Like, you're making a mistake. Like, no, we didn't call anybody for discharge today. Or whatever it was, like, in the last few hours. We didn't call anybody for discharge. So, like, the cops were pretty cool about it, actually. He won't stop. Nah, fuck that. This is bullshit. Like, you're fucking with my freedom now. Like, I'll fuck you up. That's all he had to say. Like, oh, yeah? So there was a woman and a man. The man stands up and says, turn your dumb ass around. Does it, because he's not built like that. He's not going to swing on the cops or whatever, this dude. So he goes against the wall, gets handcuffed, and sent to the fucking hole over a fucking practical joke. Now, the dudes who got his commissary. He goes to the hole for threatening a guard. You know, usually that's like 15 days or whatever. Like 30 days is usually fighting, you know, or like 90 days to whatever for a stabbing. But you wind up probably getting short time for that. But you can't believe everything everybody tells you in jail, man. Like, people are bored. Like, people are bidding off you, which means passing the time at your expense. Whether either joking about you, laughing at you, you know, making fun of you, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So these dudes were just bidding, and it wound up turning, you know, his regular bid into a fucking whole bid. You know, shit that goes on in jail, man. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you ever had dumb incidents in jail that you've seen and shit like that. Like the video if you like the video. I appreciate everybody that sent me well wishes and things like that. I had a stomach infection. Like, your white blood cells count ain't supposed to be above 11. Mine was pushing 17. I was having fevers every day, man. Could barely get out of bed. I missed a week of work, but I appreciate everybody that, sent well wishes and things like that. But yeah, this is Kenzo, State Road Show. And remember, it's cuffing season. Don't give them no fucking reason. I'm out. And as always, I want to thank the family, Jeanette Hunt, Crybaby GBC, USMC 0311, Desrion Rudolph, Board, Lily, John Walker, Betsy Lou, and Ash Chaya. Thank you for being part of the family. Love you guys. Kenzo, out.